Barlow, 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 Torre, Barlow. Hello? Andre Redziani, Chairman, Sir, Your Highness. What do I owe this honour? Yeah, I did see you giving me an A+, mate. That's greatly appreciated, thank you. Oh, mate, don't worry about the Manchester games. Let the babies have their toys for now. A new contract? I would like that very much, sir, thank you. Whatever wages you deem appropriate, Your Highness, will be gratefully accepted. Hey guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 19 of the First Star Challenge with Leeds United, our bid to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. Today we're playing Burnley and Bournemouth, a slight change to what was expected after last episode, and that is due to the FA Cup and fixture rearrangements. But the big news, I think, personally, since last episode, is we've signed a new 4-year contract at the club. We're here till 2024, the end of that season. 36.5 grand a week I'm on before tax, 19, almost 20 grand a week after tax. After tax a week. I'd be happy to make that a year before tax, if I'm honest, but there we go. So that is good news for us. It's a lot easier to win the Champions League with Leeds if we are employed as their manager. Now, we are, of course, January 31st in game, which means it's a transfer window to catch you up on. Let's go and have a look and see how that's been going. And we have one in and one out. The out, we'll start with that. 100,000, rising up to just over $500,000 for a young winger at the club, Stuart McKinstry. I don't think he was ever going to make it with us, to be honest, so we sold him off to Bristol City. And yeah, we just, that's what it is. But I said I want to get a centre-back in, and we've done just that on loan. Cesar Montes from Watford. I'm not quite sure what I've let him go, to be honest. He's a Mexican international. He's decent enough. He's a good, decent ball player. He's pacey. He's strong in the air. Not the strongest. He's got a good jumping reach anyway. Good composure, good decision making. He's a ball playing centre back through and through. So really, really happy to get him in on loan. I think it really, really strengthens our back line. And it also means that we can play 3 centre backs, which is what we kind of look like we need to do against the better teams, especially. And not struggle with it. So really, really happy with Cesar Montes. And there is still a little bit with 31st. There's still a few hours left to go in the transfer window. Possibly another signing to come in. We'll have to wait and see on that one until after the Burnley game. But that's the main thing I wanted to do was make sure we got another centre-back in, and we've done that. And I'm happy with who we got. Now, there's a lot of games to catch you up on. So let's start that very quickly, starting with our FA Cup third-round tie against Crystal Palace. We fell behind, but earned a replay thanks to Pablo Hernandez's wonderful strike. So there we go. Apologies, the game just won't reload the Andros Townsend goal, and I can't really remember it to tell you what it was like, to be honest, but what a strike from Hernandez to earn us the replay. It was an even game, as you can see. It was really disappointing with them going down to 10 men that we weren't able to take advantage of that. It was a horror tackle from Quixote, or whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, so it was a bit of a shame. You can see we rested a few players, played more of a second string. So, Crystal Palace are a good team. I think they're 5th or 6th in the league at the time of playing this game. So, it was by no means a poor result. Next up, we went and we played my boys, Aston Villa, at home in the league. We got the perfect start when Bowen blocked the clearance before delivering a cross for Bogac to head home. Costa played in Leao to double their lead in the second half. Before we secured the points through Bonifazi. I have mixed emotions about this one. You guys shouldn't. Absolutely smash them. What a performance. Did not register a shot on target. Bogac with the perfect start. Leao and Bonifazi with the goals. Look at Calvin Phillips there, absolutely running the show for us in midfield. A really, really strong performance. Really strong performance, which was excellent to see. Our next game was the FA Cup replay against Crystal Palace. Of course, this one was at Ellen Road as well. We took the lead when Edvardson capitalised on a defensive mix-up. But Palace pegged us back in first half stoppage time. They went down to 10 men early in the second half, and Edvardson doubled our lead late in the match. Before Xerxes secured our progression minutes later with a calm finish. So there we go, into the hat for the next round. Another even game, but this time we took advantage of the extra man. You see, we went to a 5-3-2 formation for this one against the 4-4-2, and it did work a lot better. Edmondson with a double, what a howler from their defenders for the goalkeeper for the first one, and Xerxes with a nice finish to round things off for us. So that put us in the round for the next hat. But before we got into the round for the next hat, into the hat for the next round. But before we got to that, we were drawn against Doncaster. We had 2 more league fixtures to catch up on. First up was Newcastle. We took the lead thanks to Souta's first Leeds goal, and secured the result late on when Hernandez picked out the run of Jared Bowen. This was a really, really good, strong away performance. You can see the match ratings are relatively even, but look at the player ratings. Absolutely smashed them. Souta with the first goal. Jared Bowen continues scoring. And Pablo Hernandez again running the show for us from the right wing, which was excellent to see. The next game, it was Manchester United. Could we get any sort of revenge against our big rivals? We found ourselves in front when Xerxes headed down a loose ball for Villa to smash home. But we were pegged back in the second half thanks to a long ball. Oh, it was so much better though. It was so much better. We went again with the 5-3-2 against one of the better teams. And what was really frustrating is that you saw the goal they scored. That was their only real chance of the game. They didn't really have much else. Only 3 shots on target. I wouldn't say we dominated the game, but we certainly had at least our fair share of it. Villa was quite magnificent in midfield. It was just, we looked solid. They didn't create anything, and then a bang over the top ball. It was a little bit reminiscent of the Manchester City game, wasn't it, last episode? And that just kind of is what it is. The final game to catch you up on, it's been a mammoth catch-up. It is the FA Cup 4th round tie against Doncaster Rovers. Paulo Torre gave us an early lead with a stunner. And we secured our progression late on when Batista Maya did it all himself. So there we go, a Yorkshire derby of sort, not one of the big ones. I think Doncaster's Yorkshire, aren't they? And it was a dominant performance, a controlling performance, maybe more than dominating. What a strike from Paulo Torre to get us underway, and then that late individual effort from Batista Maya to seal it for us. We were always in control. You can see they had a fair few shots. They did whiff a few from sort of narrow angles. They didn't look too composed in front of goal. Another day they probably could have got a draw from it, to be honest, but we hung on, we got the job done, and we got into the tie for the next round, where we are playing, I forget who we're playing. Who are we playing? Oh, we're away to Fulham. Fulham, of course, are a championship club still. Yeah, 9th in the championship this year, you can see up there. So they're sort of contending for the playoffs, it looks like. So, Leicester and Forest are top. That could be interesting for next season. We would imagine Leicester would come back up, but Forest as well. That would be good to see them. So there we go. That is how we stand. As I said, we've got Burnley and Bournemouth both away in the league. As the fixtures were rearranged, obviously, with the 4th and 5th round FA Cup ties and replays and things like that. We have a quick look at what it all means for the league table. We're still sitting relatively pretty, I've got to say. We've played 23 games, so we've got a game or two at hand on those around us. One of those games is this Burnley game coming up now. And we're on 35 points, so we're essentially safe from relegation at this point. I'm not going to quite ring the relegation avoidance klaxon just yet, but it's looking good. And now I think we can try and turn our attentions towards Palace and Wolves up here and see if we can sneak ourselves into Europe. It's still a big ask, but yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think too. Do we favour the league now and try and push into Europe, or do we see what we can do in the cup? Now we've got this formation that seems to work against the bigger teams. Maybe we could be a chance to go on and win the cup as well. But let me know what you guys think for that one. But anyway, let's have a look at what we're doing here against Burnley in the league. We're away from home now. If we remember last time out we played them, it was the second game of the season and we got absolutely torn to shreds. They're still a Sean Dyche coach team, but you will see, actually, if we go back here, they've really, really fallen away. They're all the way down here in 14th in the league. So they've not had a good time of things lately. They're a balanced, direct style of play. They're Sean Dyche, aren't they? They're a 4-4-2. This is how we're expecting them to play. They drew 0-0 with Chelsea last time out. We can see everything, their ins and outs there, key passes as well. And this is a team we're sending out. Now, bearing in mind, we're playing against a 4-4-2. We are going to go with this formation. It worked well against Crystal Palace as well. So it's Crystal Palace in goal. It's Casilla in goal. It's Souta. A first look at Montez and Bonifazi as the back three. Coyle down the right. Douglas down the left. Phillips in behind Bogac and Villa. It's Leao and Xerxes up front. Let's see if we can get some nice revenge against Burnley. Now, one other not really small news, but news from last episode is Pablo Hernandez has signed another year's extension on his contract. I'll pick up where they left off. That's fine. As a squad player now, so he's not expecting to play, so that's good because he's not going to be first choice. But we've seen where we're playing in games that we need something. He can come off the bench, or he can start out wide on the right, and he can nick some results for us. So I'm really glad that we've got him for another season. And that, oh, what a strike that is! Is it offside? There was a lot of players in there. What's happening here? Bakuna, it's offside. The whistle's blown, and it is offside. Perhaps just got away with that one a little bit. There is a lot of players in there. Look at that, in front of the goalkeeper as well. So I think that's just about fair enough. Yeah. We'll say that's fair enough, won't we? Let's tell them to get creative here. Not the best start. We've got another potential issue to deal with here. Me with the cross in. What is this? We've just about got there. Casilla cleans the ball, and that is good. And now hopefully we can settle ourselves down. Here we go. And see what we can do here. Douglas throws it in for Bogac. Douglas again goes to the back post. Me has nodded it back to the goalkeeper. And that looked quite composed, didn't it? Lump it forwards. Can we get to that? Not quite yet. We're looking a little bit overrun here, I've got to be honest. Chris Wood, that's blocked. Here we go. Well done by Douglas. Can we hit them on the break now? Douglas goes early, looking for Leao. It's headed down there for Villa. Villa picks up. Oh, it's a great ball for Leao! Rafael Leao hits them on the break. 13th of the season. Gonzalo Villa. He is becoming a real like puppeteer in midfield for us, just pulling the strings. We'll demand a little bit more, but look at this. It was a good pick up there from Villa. Look at that. He did a little Rabona through ball. What a player Villa is. What a striker Leao is turning out to be for us. And 13 this season, and we're 1-0 up. Excellent, excellent stuff. Now, we've looked very capable of conceding a goal here against Burnley so far. So let's just continue to demand a little bit more here. That goal seems to have settled us down. Look at that. They're anxious now. They're a struggling team right now. They're out of form. So it just might be getting that first goal is crucial. Look at that. They've absolutely fallen away, haven't they? Here we go with a throw. Bonifazi throws it in for Leao. Back for Bonifazi. For Phillips. Nice ball there for Villa in space. Villa, oh, it's a stunning ball through for Douglas. Now what can Douglas do? Blocked cross. Are we going to hit on the break ourselves here? Go Bogac. Get him, son. Get him, Bogac. Go on. He's done well to get back. Now can he win the ball? No, Bakuna's gone straight past him. That looks a horrible cross. No, it's a decent cross. That was some excellent bend on it late. And the secondary cheeky chip goes over the crossbar. But the signs they're continually there, aren't they? That this is not done yet. Burnley have a goal in them today. What do we say to that? I think things are going well. You're capable of better. Let's tell the players here that aren't doing particularly well. We'd like to see a little bit more from them. Who's that? Burry Douglas. So the wide players aren't having the best games. We haven't seen anything from Xerxes yet, have we? I wonder if we might look to play him as a deep lying forward. We tried that, didn't we, last time, and it looked okay. Just get through these last couple here. We might do that because we haven't seen him in highlights. Or maybe we know what we might do. Do we drop him into support? No, he can play as a deep lying forward. So let's do that. Put him on support. See if he can link up a little bit more with Villa and Bogac in midfield, perhaps. Let's give it a demand more. What's happening here? It's a Burnley throw. Now, can we go and win this ball back is the big question, isn't it? I mean, the only goal we've scored, it's a good through ball, and was it offside? It was, so that explains why he was so... Now, he ripped us apart in the first game, didn't he, at our place? Che Adams. So, again, that's the first we've seen of him. I think we might give them some praise if we can shortly. Corner headed away. Now, are we going to get... This Bakuna kid looks absolutely... just brilliant on the ball. We might have a look at him and see here we go. Now it's Che Adams, the destroyer of us at Ellen Road, and Casillas equal to him this time. Bakuna, there's three of them on the pitch, surely. They can't just be one Bakuna. As the Burnley fans probably don't sing. Douglas. Oh, Bonifazi. He's been getting a couple of goals lately, and that was a really, really good chance. Where's this Bakuna guy? What does he look like? I mean, he doesn't look that great, to be fair. He's just having a good day. Bonifazi for Montez. Ball for Villa. Oh, don't get caught in possession. What is that, mate? Oh, we got to get away with it. We are. Villa just can't help laying on goals at this end of the field, can he? Got away with one there, though. Bonifazi, that's a decent ball for Bogac. Bogac just done well to get by his man. He goes early there. It's Leao again. It's Rafael Leao, and it's a good save from Nick Pope. Oh, it's not done this game, is it? There's definitely goals still in it. Barry Douglas whips in a wicked ball there. Sutar retrieves it. Can he find Douglas for a second attempt? He can. It's headed behind again from Tarkovsky. And it's going to be another Leeds United corner. A second goal. And I just feel a little bit safer about things. Oh, well claimed by Pope. But as things stand, they definitely have a goal in them. Let's give it a concentrate, maybe. Come on, boys. Get this second goal. Douglas throws it in. Bogac flicks it on. It's Villa. Back for Bogac. It's an own goal. I don't know how the ball ended up there. And I tell you what, I don't know what Ben Mee is doing. That's just pressure getting to him, isn't it? He had no need. No need to stick a leg out there. He's done it. And I don't care because it's turned it into our goal for us. It was a decent... Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. He doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do it, but it's fine. That's okay by me. There it is. That's 2-0. That should hopefully now be enough to see us across the line. Let's maybe look to make a couple of changes here. What do we want to do? Do we want to bring Barlow Torre, who's not playing well? Everybody's playing. There's no real need to change things, is there? Maybe Edmondson. No, let's leave Xerxes. Oh, yeah, no, let's make a change there. And let's play him as a... okay, let's play him as a complete forward and support. See if that helps. I am still trying to give youngsters games. You'll notice that Cooper's back on the bench after his injury, so that's good. That gives us now 4 relatively good centre-back options, plus Pascal Strijek, who's okay. But I think he's proven this season he's not quite up to this level. There's a good ball. It's an excellent block by Douglas. What we don't want to do with 5 minutes to go is just give him a way back into this. Ball into the box. It's nodded down. That's a penalty. Bonifazi, it's a penalty. All right, can Casilla prevent us from having a bit of a nervy finish here? Goodmanson with the free penalty, I should say, and there it is. It's 2-1. And let's maybe just start and we'll just close this thing down a little bit, I think. Make it a little bit more difficult for them. It should have been done, shouldn't it? It should have been done, and we've perhaps just let them back in there. Come on, boys. Let's concentrate. Let's see this through to the end now, please. Let's go defensive. It's not the 4-1 they beat us by at Ellen Road, but it's 3 points, and when we need it most, and that own goal has proved decisive in the end. I think we deserve it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I do think we deserve it, but we weren't at our brilliant best there, were we? So there we go. Leeds enter the Euro Cup 2 race. Villa shines in the win. 6 key passes. And I'll tell you what, he had 1 key pass for them too, didn't he? I do think maybe with this formation against those sorts of teams, we maybe need to look to go with, not have a DM and go with a number 10. But they ripped us apart so comprehensively in the first time we played them. I wanted to be a little bit more cautious there. But anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for our next game against Bournemouth. They beat us the first time we played them as well. Okay, breaking news, and it was a busy transfer deadline day. A lot of outs, which we'll catch up on in just a second, but we did end up signing a new goalkeeper, Joe Lumley from QPR. Now, QPR got relegated from the Championship last year. He had a 1.4 million release fee in there. So we've activated that. We've got a backup goalkeeper, and I think he will do okay for us. 1 second here. Sorry, guys. Hello? Head physio Rob Price. How can I help you, mate? Lumley's broken his wrist. How long's he out for? 2 months. Unbelievable. All right, mate. Well, tell Will Houghton he does have a future at the club for me, will you? All right. See you, mate. So there we go. Lumley out. Broken wrist. So unbelievable, but it's still, we've got ourselves a good backup goalkeeper here. He's happy to be back up, which is important. Good aerial reach, good command of the area. First touch is a bit of an abomination. He's not really going to pass the ball out for us, but as a backup goalkeeper, I think he's about as good as we're going to get. Just a real shame that he has broken his wrist, and that is pretty much, not quite end of the season, but 2 months from February is April, so it's not great. But there were a lot of outs. We've cleaned up a little bit of the squad here. One minor out is Left Davis. We've sent him out on loan to Portsmouth. He's not really playing for us right now. He is, I think, a player that's going to be useful for us, so I want to give him the end of the season. Portsmouth, I believe, are in the Championship. Yeah, they're struggling in the Championship, but they are there. They're playing against Championship opposition. they're fighting against relegation. So that'll be good. Hopefully he'll get some game time there. But the two permanent outs, Connor Shaughnessy, we've sold 230k off to Sunderland. We have youngsters coming through now. We know that Noah Kenny we can trust to play the DM role. We know that Gary Turpey's coming through and has played well when he's played for us in the FA Cup. So we don't really need him as cover anymore. So we've sold him off, which is fine. And Patrick Bamford, we finally got him out the door. We sold him for 6 million, rising to 6.5. We are still paying a chunk of his wages. But to be honest, we weren't using him. I just wanted him. He was on 44 grand a week. So we've saved ourselves about 24 grand a week, I think, by getting him out. And he's just not good enough. He's just not good enough. So Patrick Bamford has left as well. So that is that. Now let's have a look at what we are expecting here in this game against Bournemouth. We are the favourites. Now they did beat us last time, 3-2 I think it was, in an even game that I think I remember being annoyed that we lost it. We can see they're sitting down there in 11th. Howe. Eddie Howe is still their manager. They're an adventurous, standard playing style. If we have a look here, we are expecting a 4-4-2, so we're going to keep going with the formation that's been working against the 4-4-2. We can see their heat map there. They do like to push right up the field. Their passing network and key passes there as well. This is the team, and you will notice a crucial difference here. We're going to go for it a little bit more, try and be a little bit more attacking. So Casilla in goal, Suter, Montez, and Bonifazi continue as a back three. Coyle down the right, Douglas down the left. I thought they did well last game. Phillips pushes forward to partner Villa in midfield as a Mazzella, so we'll see how that goes. Pablo Hernandez comes in to play behind Liao and Xerxes. Let's see if being more attacking gives us more goals. So they are playing as expected, so that's a positive. We do have Bowen on the bench, so we can actually play on the left. We could move Hernandez to the right, so we do have options to change things if we need to. But so far, so good. This has been working nicely for us. Expected to prove a point today. We're away from home. Let's ignore the praise, go out there, play your natural game, boys. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get out there. And let's see what we can do here. Now, I think the other benefit of using this formation sometimes, I think it's actually making our other, sort of the usual formation with wingers a little bit more effective because we're making teams guess as to exactly how we're going to play. So I think it's having sort of a double positive effect for us, and that we found a good way to play against the good teams and 4-4-2 to be honest as well. I hit get creative there just as the highlight begins. Can we get on the end of that? Oh, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. It's still bouncing around. Can we turn it in? No, we can't. Douglas is there. Can he keep the pressure on? No, he cannot. Yeah, so it's making us a little bit less predictable. So I think there's, as I said, a double positive into playing this formation. So that's good. As long as it's working, then that's an excellent thing for us. Here we go, Bournemouth now playing it out from the goal kick. Oh, we've got about 10 minutes to go in the first half here. They've lumped it over our heads. Wilson's there. Can we get back? We can. Bonifazi with an excellent tackle. And no, Coyle can't quite launch a break there for us. Do we give it maybe a demand more coming into the break? It's been an even game. I don't think we've been any more entertaining, to be honest. It's not been great, has it? Let's be honest. What do we say to this? Go out there, give the fans their money's worth. Let's try that. We'll just make sure Coyle doesn't get himself sent off. We'll tell a few players here that aren't playing as well as we would perhaps like them to. I don't want to have a go at the goalkeeper playing a 6-7, but everybody else I expect a little bit more. I'm wondering if we look to maybe exploit the middle, given that we have a lot of creativity in there with Hernandez and Villa. They both have the creativity, vision, of over 16 and higher. So maybe we want to look to exploit the middle here and get them involved as much as possible, and then still look for the overlapping runs of our wing-backs. I think I've talked myself into that. So let's try that. Let's get back out there. Let's give it a get creative. And let's see if we can do something here. Villa's only playing a 6-4. Hernandez a 6-5. It's not really working, is it? Again, we've looked good defensively, and that's a massive positive. I say that. I should wait till after the game before I say that. Let's demand a bit more here. Come on, boys. And it's just not working right now, is it? Let's go attacking. And do we look to maybe go to wingers here? Let's change things up. Alright, so I think we want, even though neither keeper's having a great game, so let's bring Bowen on for Xerxes. Let's do that. Let's do that. I wonder if we can leave it like that, actually. Still keep the fullbacks. I wonder if we can use Bowen as an inside forward type and keep Douglas going around the outside. I have to change some marking assignments, but I think I like that. So here we go. Let's see if that makes any difference whatsoever. Because we have Bowen and Thingo both drifting in. It makes sense then to have the wing backs overlapping. 3-3 centre backs. Oh, and Rafael Leao gives us a 14th goal of the season, a 1-0 lead. And, well, it's from the corner, so we can't say that I'm a technical genius, but I'm going to claim it nonetheless. Because Hernandez, with an excellent corner, whipped in. Leao, he can score with his feet, he can score with his head. And let's remember, we only paid $5 million and we've come straight back. Come on, boys, concentrate here, please. Don't do this. We've worked so hard for that goal. Ings goes straight down the outside of us, chips it back, and here comes the goal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, I want to punch someone in the face after that. What is that, boys? What is that? From the kickoff, literally from the kickoff. It's in the friggin' highlight. It's from the kickoff. Horrible defending. Who was that? Coyle just let Ings go straight down the outside of him. No one closed down Drinkwater. And we worked so hard for so little. We'll wait till after this highlights whether we go back to attacking. Maybe we can go and get ourselves back in front here. You never know. Villa for Hernandez. There's a good ball for Coyle. All right, Coyle gets down the outside. Can he cross it? He goes himself. It is a corner. It is a corner. So at least he put his shot on target. All right, can we take advantage of another corner here? Hernandez knocks it in. Oh, it's a decent one. It was a Bonifazi, I think, that headed it across goal. Now, let's not throw this all away, boys. There's no one at the back post. It's offside, Raf, is it? It's offside. Intentional offside. That's a red card. We got away with that. Boys, I'm almost tempted to hang on for the point here, the way things are going. But we're not going to. We're going to push forward. Come on, boys. Come on. We need these 3 points. We need these 3 points. We're only going to get a point. Oh, that is so frustrating. So frustrating. I tell you what, I don't think we were too bad. We did concede a goal with that other formation, so maybe it doesn't work. We'll say we're not pleased. Denied by late goal, but I think potentially another variation using wingers with that formation. We are with the 3 centre backs and wing backs. So that could be we may have stumbled across a positive. Let me know what you think in the comments of that. But that's sort of that potential variation of the tactic. But that might work for us as well. Give us a sort of a good solid third option. If we look at the league table here, it's not hurt us too badly. We're up into 6th ahead of Crystal Palace now. We're only 4 points off the Champions League. I mean, don't say it too loudly, but, you know, it's been a stunning season for us so far. But that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Let me know what you think of the transfer window. I think we've got rid of some of the crap, and I think we've strengthened. We've got a good backup goalkeeper in when he doesn't break his wrists, and we also have a decent enough option at centre-back in Montez as well. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Arsenal away, and we know we beat them at Ellen Road. Can we do a double over 3rd in the league, Arsenal? And then we've got Fulham in the FA Cup 5th round as well. Maybe a nice little cup run would just top off this season for us at the same time. Imagine if we could get European football and an FA Cup trophy as well. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.